I am on the mountain identifier. Actually, just looking over all these rolling hills here is just, it's really amazing in itself. So here, let me show you these mountains. I don't know how well you see this, but this is Mount Jefferson here. And then over here, let's see, that's Mount Hood. That's actually pretty identifiable. And right over here, let's see, we will find, that is Mount Adams. It's another easily identifiable one. And then way off is Mount Rainier, which isn't very identifiable. The valley we just came up from is right down there. So, again, not sure how noticeable that is, but it's actually pretty deep down in there. So, oh wow, it's a hot day. It's over 80, about 84, 85, so, oh well, we're on to our next destination. There's a bunch of these wind farms all around here. There was one that was in Maryville, and then as soon as you cross the river, it was like on this ridge from Maryhill all the way into Oregon, all the way to Cotton Canyon. There were just hundreds of windmills. And now out here, of course, you can see there are hundreds more windmills. There's no trees here, there's nothing to stop the wind, so the wind just blows across everything for miles and miles. These rolling hills are beautiful, but I imagine it's either super cold, super hot, super windy, super something. I love these puffy clouds though. Puffy clouds are really it. So I had to stop because one of these windmills was stopped and one of the blades was completely black and pointed up. Now, I'm just guessing, but I'm thinking that one probably got hit by lightning and torched. So it looks like they're working on it, or gonna be working on it soon, but yeah, I mean, wow. Just think of one of those suckers getting smacked by lightning like that and having that happen. We are currently in the town of Fossil, Oregon. So named because the founder found mammoth bone fossils in his ranch. No cell service here, at least not for me. So we're on our way to Mitchell and the Painted Hills. So there's kind of a neat little schoolhouse over here with an old sheep wagon, camp wagon. It's really kind of nice. I looked inside, you can't really see too much inside. The bed is really tiny, but well, good use of space. I enjoy those old kind of campers, they're fun. So that was used a long time ago. But yeah, I guess we should head on out then. I can't really find much open here. The museum isn't opened in the winter, and although it's definitely not winter now, it's not tourist season either. So, all right. I just had to pull over on the side of the road here because these green hills, they're just so beautiful. I just like to get a good look at them. You can't really look at things when you're driving, especially at a super windy road that's about between 20 and 30 mile per hour speed limit on this road. So you have to pull over and look around every once in a while. and I are at the Painted Hills of Oregon, aren't we, babies? Yeah, it's incredibly beautiful. The bright reds and tans, little black splotches. So the red indicates a time in history when it was very, very wet here. Lots of rainfall, lots of standing water. The tan represents a time when it was much drier. So this is basically just a time capsule of different history in time, millions of years ago. So Petey and I are camped in Ochoco National Forest. We're about probably a couple of miles up a Forest Service road. The sun is just going down. It's like 7:30. I just broke my tail light on my camper, which really super sucks. I backed into a tree. I knew I was getting close, and I guess I don't know. I was just lazy, being really lazy. I should have got out and looked, but just tapped a tree and broke the top of my light, so I need to get the little red light, the cover for it again. Everything works, the lights still work. It's still covered in red, so I don't think I'll get pulled over or anything. Everything is good, but yeah, that's a bummer. A lesson learned, right, Petey? Right, babies? Yeah. All right. Wonder what critters are going to come out at night in this place. Wow, the sky's really beautiful right now. So Petey and I, we're just gonna hang out and make some dinner in a few minutes. I don't know if you can see Petey. Can you see my beaties? Petey, stop that. Stop, you're on camera. Oh, this is embarrassing. That's not what Petey should be doing when he's on camera. We try to present our best selves on camera, Mr. Petey. I have a little like apple whiskey or apple brandy and apple juice to wash it down. Just gonna have a quick little sip, lamenting my taillight. Petey, are you done? Don't be doing that. We present our best self, babies. Yeah, we're presenting the best, well, sort of the best, not quite the best, partially, somewhat the best. All right. Well, I'm not sure what I'm going to have for dinner tonight, but I'm sure it's going to be good. I'm sure what Petey's going to have is good. Good night. Good morning. Actually, it's not exactly morning, it's right at noon. But I thought I would show you really quick something that before I bought my camper was one of those things I was kind of worried about, which is like unhooking and hooking up your trailer. Like it just seemed like if you did one thing wrong, it would be absolute catastrophe. And it's not that way at all. It's actually pretty simple to hook up and unhook a camper. So I thought I would just show you that really quick. I am in the Ochoco National Forest in Oregon right now. I just found a Forest Service road and just pulled off of that road about a mile up. And so yeah, all right, let's unhook my awesome little camper. So one of the very first things you want to do as soon as you find a spot to park and camp is you want to level out your camper. And so you level it side to side first, and then you can level it forward and back, with the tongue. So a lot of people have levelers and they attach levelers to their camper. So I used to have a leveler that it got stolen out of my car, so I don't have a leveler. So I just eyeball it, and it works fine for me. I'm not super stickler. If I think, side to side, it's going to be off just a little bit, then I want it to be tipped up a little bit on the driver's side because that's where my head is. And I would rather have that be just slightly higher on the driver's side than the passenger side. So again, I just eyeball it, and if I need to, I'll put a leveler under one of the wheels, or two levelers, or even three. I have these stackable levelers that I use. The very next thing you want to do is to block the wheels. And this is probably the most important piece. Your trailer, you don't want it to roll off. So definitely block the wheels. That's the most important thing I think I could say about hooking and unhooking. The next part here is pretty straightforward. So you just want to unhook it from the front of your car. So the very first thing is you want to unhook the plug-in, the electrical cord that runs your brake lights and stuff. You'll unhook the safety chains that go underneath. You'll drop whatever wheel you have and unlock it from the little latch. You'll lift it up and then just very simply pick up your trailer and lift it off your car and set it to the side. Of course, it's that easy. And when you want to hook up, you simply reverse the process. You pick up your trailer and put it back on your car. You retract the wheel so that the wheel's not in the way. You hook up the safety chains. Make sure to lock the little latch that goes down. And you remove the wheel blocks and plug it back into your car. And it's really not that big of a deal. So I think pretty much anyone can do that one. So when I leave my camper for, when I go out during the day for hikes and stuff, I have a big lock that goes up underneath, where you hook your car up. So that prevents anyone from hooking anything up there. Of course, there's lots of ways people can steal your camper. But you want to take some very basic precautions, maybe a wheel lock, those things that block onto the wheel, maybe a GPS device. I'll talk about that later. I'm planning on getting a GPS device, so I'm going to do that. So very simple. This is the way to being happy out in the wilderness.